Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. Look, 2020 has proven to be the year of many things, and the same for 2022. But if you're a small business, this could also be the year you switch to a better payroll. Gusto wasn't just built for small businesses, it was built for the people behind them. Their online payroll is easy to use. Gusto can automatically calculate paychecks and file all your payroll taxes, which means you have more time to run your business. Plus, Gusto does way more than payroll. Gusto helps with time tracking, health insurance, 401ks, onboarding, commuter benefits, offer letters, access to HR experts. You get the idea. It's super easy to set up and get started. If you're moving from another provider, they can transfer all your data for you. It's no surprise that 94% of customers are likely to recommend Gusto. And here's the best part. Because you're a listener to this podcast, you get 3 months totally free. All you have to do is go to gusto.com/compliance. That's gusto.com/compliance. I'm telling you, you're going to love Gusto. Get started today. What is Lica? Lica makes your entire compliance process simple. Lica goes beyond integrations. Their platform connects to your everyday applications and applies actual human expertise to robust software that powers your compliance. Lica easily connects to your applications and instantly creates tailored policies based on your business. Then, compliance experts guide you through automated workflows designed to help you conquer certifications like SOC 2, HIPAA, and GDPR. Lica is the only compliance platform that offers a true integrated audit solution. No more messy spreadsheets, miscellaneous audit documents. Their team of experts manages your audit from beginning to end. Lica is more than just one solution. It maintains 100% confidence in your compliance program with custom monitors and alerts. As the compliance evangelist, I certainly understand the complexities around compliance, particularly around SOC 2, HIPAA, and GDPR. It's hard to unpack requirements when you may not know what they are within your budget and your growth stage. Lica is the solution for you. Listeners to this podcast get 20% off when you join. Visit heylica.com/compliance to get their exclusive deal. That's HEYLAIKA.com/compliance to request a demo and get 20% off when you sign up with Lica. The Daily Compliance News for October 19, 2021, the Colin Powell edition. And we begin with that story. Colin Powell, one of the most prominent U.S. military and political figures of the last 30 years, died on Monday. He died from complications of COVID. He had a form of lymphoma, and COVID left him weakened, and the cancer got him. So even though he was vaccinated, it shows that even with a vaccination, if you have an underlying medical condition, you're still at risk. He was the chief of staff, he helped guide the U.S. military to victory in the 1991 Persian Gulf War as the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, then struggled a decade later over the U.S. invasion of Iraq as the Secretary of State under Bush Jr. He really is one of the great Americans, certainly in my lifetime, born in New York to Jamaican immigrants. He rose to the Army and became the youngest and first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs. His climb was helped by a string of jobs as military assistants to high-level government officials and stints as a national security advisor to Ronald Reagan. So farewell to Colin Powell, truly a great American. He made some serious missteps defending the operation that led to the invasion of Iraq, but I think his legacy is one that we can all admire. Next up, in a very interesting article from the always great Andrew Hill on leadership column in the Financial Times, he talks about private equity strange love affair with a hydra-headed leadership. He says clear executive authority and responsibility under the care of independent boards and chairmen beats the co-CEO approach that many private equity firms are now seeming to favor. So interesting digression he usually writes on management, but this is on leadership. And the governance structure of your company is coming under more scrutiny as ESG becomes more prominent. Next up, from the Wall Street Journal, members of Congress question whether Amazon executives misled Congress. They, during an investigation of the company's business practice, and indeed whether they may have lied under oath. In a letter sent to Amazon new CEO Andy Jassy, 5 members asked the company to provide exculpatory evidence to corroborate the sworn testimony of several leaders, including then CEO Jeff Bezos. The letter was signed by a bipartisan group of congressmen. So Amazon continues to be in deep water in Congress. And our final story is Axel Springer removes a top editor after a New York Times report of workplace sexual harassment by a prominent editor, Julian Reichart. So it just goes to show that no matter how long ago it was, if you did it, it's going to get out, and there are going to be consequences to bear for all. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.